be for you and I. Is this the real you? Hey, come on. Is this the real me? Yes, Beyonce. I know that's motherfucking right. For you and I. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. 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 Whew. Well, good evening. Who's up with me? I know it's pretty late. I've been dragging my feet all day. All day I have been dragging. All right. Just wanted to come and chat real quickly. Real quick, not gonna hold you guys long. I know, you guys are tired, but I just wanted to come and chat for a second. What's going on, everybody? What is up? Welcome, welcome. Hey, y'all. I know what the hell am I doing up, child? I know. Listen, y'all. I had just had me some not too long ago. I had me a little piece of Mediterranean food, and it was alright. But it was making me a little nauseated a little bit. I was like, "Ugh." it was good, but my stomach wasn't taking as well to it, and I just was feeling a way about it. But anywho, I decided to hop on here after that and chat with y'all. What's going on, Peach Prince? Hey, Andrea, Haney. Hey, Tatiana. What's going on, Stanithia? What's up, Delicious? What's up, girls? Love them boys. So what's up, one? Shar. What's up, Ashley? What's up, Keisha? Molly? So first things first, before we get into Megan Thee Stallion, because that is just some crazy tea out there, we are going to get into this news article here, just to kind of like skim over. Because I'll be honest, y'all, I only read the headlines. Okay, I really didn't get into the details of what said person they used to work with her put out. So actually, I need to try and pull that up so we can see exactly what the people have been finding regarding this person. But real quick, I do want to, of course, talk about Chris Brown and Quavo, because y'all know that Chris Brown decided to take a diss at Quavo for whatever reason. God knows what. Okay. A lot of us are believing that it's about Karuchi, even though Chris is saying that it's more than that. Some people are saying that ever since they tried to jump Chris at the BET Awards, things hasn't been the same, because I believe that was the last time he's ever performed at the BET Awards or something like that. People were saying, so he has a lot of animosity with the Migos or whatever, outside of Karuchi, because of that. But I'm like, I guess, like, but didn't it stem because of her, or was it something else that I don't know about? Right. So anywho, Chris decided to diss Quavo in one of his deluxe songs, okay, to his album, child. Um and once he did that, Quavo came out with a song called Tender. And once he dropped that Tender track, Chris Brown came back and, in my personal, obliterated him, okay? Told him to fuck up, in my personal. All right. Chris came and ate Quavo the hell up, honey. And Quavo decided that, you're not gonna sit up here and talk to me any kind of way and think that I'm not gonna say something back to you. I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not him nor her. Do not try me today nor tomorrow, because I'm on your head. Okay. So that's what ended up happening. So Quavo ended up coming back saying whatever he said recently, and it wasn't a bad song. He said a lot of things in that track. Now in my personal, it's I like the song. I like Chris's song a bit better. And maybe we like Chris's better because Chris is known to be a singer, not a rapper. So you rapping on a track and you're actually doing better than a lot of people that are in this field rapping. You know what I'm saying? So I liked his track better, but I think that Quavo did good in his track. It's just that, for me, I'm used to hearing this kind of sound from him. And a lot of what he said wasn't really surprising. It was some stuff that, in my opinion, everybody's different from what, for me, it was stuff that I've already heard. Stuff I've already seen, I already knew. Now, the only thing I did not know about was the auntie situation. And I'm like, Chris, come back. Come to the front. Come back and tell the people why your auntie got tied the hell up, because you over there trying to be a blood. You trying to pay to be in a gang. What kind of person does like that? Okay? What's going on with that, Mr. Brown? So That was a little interesting. I wanted to know about that. But then Chris was over there trolling the man and then said it wasn't even worth the diss. Like it wasn't even worth a response. Like I'm not even gonna respond to him. I do think Chris is going to respond again. Maybe not right now. Possibly. Because what else can you really say? I feel like if he does do another diss track, he might lose the whole battle overall. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, don't do like, just don't worry about it. Like, just let it go. Like, what else can you really say about him? I mean, what you did say revenge is sweet and that you got some tea about that, but you ain't gonna speak about this. You did say that when it came to him and Saweetie, is what you had said. So I mean, you could come to the front and tell us about that. I mean, why would you not speak on it if you beefing with them? Like, if you gonna be beefing at that wedding, then beef at it, okay? Whatever the case is. So just come to the front and let the people know what you had learned, because we all want to know, since we all in the business, right? Quavo came back and Quavo was just pretty much like, listen, baby, don't motherfucking play with me. He said, what that boy said? He said he not a singer, he a singer turned junkie or something, baby. Matter of fact, let's get into Quavo lyrics, okay? We got time. Okay, everybody in the house, everybody in the bed. Let me pull up, what was I forgot what the damn song was called. Let me go. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it's called, girl. I got it. I got it. I got it. Over a beat over and BITs, right? Let's pull up his lyrics and get into what he had to say, good. Cause we be messy like that. All right. Now, first of all, I do need to put this up. Okay. Well, first we finna switch over. Okay. This is where we make our switch. But I do need to put this up just in case I don't want y'all in my business like that. You know what I'm saying? So let me get that piece together in case I don't want y'all in my business like that. Okay. So boom, but we're gonna take it down for right now. Cause we about to get into these lyrics real quick. Okay. Get cute, get comfy. If you coming into the room, girl, this is the last minute. Make sure you like up the video, share the video, all of that, and let's get into some things. Noel says Chris finished him, but at least he tried to fight back. Truth. Okay. IDK about the Meg situation, but who knows with the way closets are being emptied these days. Oh, yikes, honey. We're gonna get into the details, okay? And find out what the hell really going on around the streets. Cause I'm just having a hard time. I'm having a hard time with this one. Okay. So real quick, Quavo. And first of all, Quavo when it got takeoff on the song. Now I did feel two ways about this. I felt like one, like, bro, you really went and got help on this track when Chris was talking to you directly. Y'all need to put him in the same category that y'all sat up there and put J. Cole in when J. Cole sat up there and apologized to Kendrick. He need to be on his way over there. If he not gonna be sitting in this section with Cole because y'all mad at Cole right now, he need to be on his way over to that section. But at the same time, I also felt this way. Don't be sitting up there bringing up nobody family member like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I did not like that line that Chris used. That's just me. So I didn't like the line that he used. And I'm like, well, if you're going to bring the man up, then he got every right to put him up in it. You know what I'm saying? Since you want to speak on him, then let's speak on him. Then we're going to let him speak for himself. We're going to let him speak from the grave. And that is what Takeoff did, okay? So the song is like, Ussy Nigga, pull up, crash out about your bae. Lil BIT come dance battle with my Drake. Okay, you been effed your bag up when you punch Riri in the face. Talking about Fashion Week, you sparing who? Come punch me in my face, Ussy. Is what he says. He says it ain't nothing but a fade. You know you lost to Frank. Now see, what I heard about the Frank T was I heard that Chris and Frank ain't never had fight. Okay. So I heard that Chris didn't want to fight Frank. Now I don't know if Chris had ran from Frank. Okay. I ain't know if he want them Frank Ocean paws on him or what was going on. But I had heard that they never had fought. So I don't know if that happened or not, but according to this young man here, he's saying that he lost. And maybe you did lose when you decided to run, if that's what you did. So I don't know, but I'm just telling you what I had heard. So y'all correct me now. He says, niggas ran in your house and tied up your aunt because you ain't paid. Ooh, and girl, this is where I hollered, okay? This is where I hollered. when he had, I don't know if it was his vocals or Takeoff, but when he had that man in the bed, so Auntie, listen, that shit sent me, huh? That shit sent me. Do you hear what I say? That shit sent me when he said, because niggas ran in your house, tied up your aunt because you ain't paid. Auntie, girl, that I was gone. I was gone. I had to pause right there because that was a cackle. So then he says, this bullet got your name. Don't ever bring up take ussy. All right. He says, you know, half of y'all NIGGA some hoes out here. Now I don't know who part was this, because I don't think it was his vocals. I don't know who he was quoting. I don't know if that was Gucci or somebody, but it sounded like he was playing audio of someone. He says, I'm talking about like, he says, I'm talking about like these NIGGAs bleed once a month type SHI. Now, here's the thing with that audio, and this is where I feel like Chris kind of got you, baby. This is for me. Everybody's different, okay? Not only is it that we're used to him being a singer and not a rapper, so hearing him rap and doing better than some of these guys is one thing, but where he really got you was at the top of his disc tape was the audio of you saying you didn't want no smoke with him, Chris, please, okay? That's where you lost before his track even played. So that was, yeah, it was that part. It was that part where he has actual audio recording of you begging him to not beef. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was that. So then he says, "I'll call your hoe for ussy." See, this is the thing for me. A lot of people felt like things that, you know, Chris was saying, they felt like he was like re-victimizing some of the people, you know, that he has threatened or physically assaulted, whatever, okay, that he's caused harm to. And I'm like, I hear y'all, but y'all gonna add Quavo in that too? Cause I'm not saying y'all wrong at all. I'm just saying, are y'all gonna add Quavo? Now, granted, Quavo ain't do nothing to nobody, but if we gonna speak about disrespectful, can we add him in it? Because not you call your so you don't. I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all the last time? I said, damn, I felt like he was more disrespectful to Karuchi in the last diss track than he was to Chris. And then now you done call this girl a hoe. Listen, I can't take it. I can't take it. I call your hoe for ussy. Okay, I hit your hoe for ussy. I did a favor coming to save you, but you but you gonna owe me ussy. Oh, child. So you saying that you did him? How did you do him a favor to come save him? By snatching up his chick? What did you mean? How did you save him? Was somebody trying to fight him or something, and you had to come save him? Like, what's more of that? He says, "I'm on the edge. Don't push me. You work for the feds. You ussy." Now, how he gonna be a red and then work for the feds? How that work? Commit a crime and ain't did no time, can't fake it, we know you ussy. That is his favorite word throughout. Now, see, when you read the lyrics, it's not giving. When you're reading these lyrics, because it's too much ussy in here. He says, ussy, you ussy, you ussy, you ussy, is what he says. Time after time, I pull up and wipe me a little baby nose. Now, first, see, listen. Now I feel like, okay, so somebody said that's not him, Jami. Okay, so is this somebody? Oh, okay, is this Takeoff part? Did I make, okay, yes, so this is Takeoff. Okay, get me together. Thank you. So this is Takeoff's part, not Quavo. This is Takeoff doing all this damn ussy, 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 ussy. So they done took this from a different track and added it to this one, okay? Because see, now this must mean that y'all had some smoke with Lil Baby, because now I'm over here like, what's going on? Because I feel like I heard rumors that y'all was having issues with Lil Baby. Because why would you sit up here and I pull up and wipe me a little baby nose? Like, I feel like that's a shot at Lil Baby, just a little bit. Anywho, and Lil Baby somewhere like, now how the hell I get into it? All because Saweetie was sitting on my lap. Catch, okay? Anyway, let's keep going, because girl, that was so messy. So time after time, I pull up and wipe me a little baby nose, dropping a dime and pillow talking to these BITs that hoes. Glitter ain't gold, you been exposed. Here go Quavo. Quavo says, little boy wanna die about some Uchi. Now you want to die about some Uchi? You still effed up about Karuchi. Now, why would you rhyme this lady name? with some Uchi, sir. Ooh, itchy wale wale, Uchi bang bang, ooh, itchy wale. You wrong for that. You wrong. You wrong. Okay, you wrong for that. You tried to beat up Tiana, no cap, but Usher wouldn't let you do it. The cocaine got him, Your Honor. Listen, another one that made me fall the hell out. I'm not gonna. When he said the cocaine got him, Your Honor, listen, if that's not some shit I would say, Your Honor, no. Okay, y'all know I'm quick to call on Your Honor over here on this channel. So the fact that he said the cocaine got him, Your Honor, listen, them two lines had me in a chokehold. Okay, and that wasn't even a line. It was just the ad lib of Auntie and this right here. Listen, this was a kiki for sure. Okay, he says bipolar disorder, no wonder you was the greatest NIGGA. You fumbled going out sad. I'm watching you crumble. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. This is not good. This is not good. I okay, now as I'm going through his lyrics here, I feel like he is definitely hitting Chris for sure. Definitely hitting him. When you hear it on the song, it does not sound bad, but I still feel like Chris's sounds better. But don't make no mistake, because a BIT like me will bump them bitches back to back and just listen to them diss each other, okay? For hours and hours and hours, period. So he says, why they got Quavo out here going back and forth with a singer that turned to a junkie. Now, you know that man ain't no junkie, but you know that shit was funny, okay? Because the people gonna chew on that for sure. Okay, once the people find out, even if you're not, once the people find out you had any hint of a little whatever, you gonna be that right there forever. Okay? If you've ever got a little piece of whatever and the people find out, they're gonna be on your head forever about that same thing. Okay. He says, "I never got light skin versus brown skin." Never got light skin versus brown. I missed that part. NIGGA finna divide the country. NIGGA, you ain't been in the trenches. We stump in the yard. You know how that ended. It did. It was over before it really got started. I remember that. Okay. He says, you want smoke with me. OHB mean fighting over hoes and bitches. Ooh, so y'all know Chris Brown got this thing called OHB, but I never really knew what it meant. Let me look that up. OHB, what is that? Chris Brown, OHB, what does that mean? Original hood bosses? I know that ain't what you talking about, Chris, because you know you're not even from the hood like that. Like, what kind of shit is that? What is that, sir? Chris Brown, Chris Brown shared a new song titled Shut Down last night, which features his newly formed crew, OHB, which stands for Original Hood Bosses. Chris Brown, sit your ass down. Now you know you was ways. I'm from Tappahannock. Ain't that's what he said? I'm from Tappahannock. I forgot how the song go. Ain't that's that T-Pain song. Love it, love it. Kiss, kiss. Whatever it is, you from Tappahannock or whatever that place is called out there. Why is you over here talking about you was an original hood boss? Christopher. Now I can't get with you on that, honey. That's stupid. I don't know. I mean, let me just let these folks do what they do. He says, who gassed you up to put that out? Yeah, that was SHI. That was shitty. NIGGA. He said, first of all, it was not shitty. Okay. He ate. Get that man his tens. Okay. That man ate down. All right. He got you. Period. So then he says, I could take a model BIT and make a sweetie. Listen, I don't know what's going on here. So when he put this out, Saweetie says, well, I hope the next model be that he can make me response. So Tweety. So Sweetie posts a tweet, okay, a screenshot of Quavo in her DMs, and it said January 14th. All right. Now, granted, y'all, we don't know which January 14th because she could have took that last year. That could have been a message from 2023. and she could have screenshotted it back then and just held on to it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it was last year or this year, but if it was last year, girl, that makes it even more funnier because that means that she has yet to respond to your ass a whole year later. Okay. But if it was this year, it's still a cackle. So he hopped in her DMs and the message said something about give me 1 second. I need to delete some stuff here. Give me 1 second, guys. But the message pretty much said something about how they used to mean oh so much to each other at one point in time. At least that's what it kind of read. That's what it looked like. Even though it said something like we used to mean AF to each other at one point. All in all, I knew what he meant. He was trying to say we used to mean so much to each other at one point. Like what the hell happened, what the hell changed, or whatever the case is, right? So that is interesting for her to repost that. Now, granted, she ain't say SHI about Chris Brown saying that they smashed. Hello, she didn't address that, act like it never happened. Who, me? What y'all talking about? Because one thing about Sweetie is good for hopping her ass on social media and playing dumb and acting like she don't know what the fuck going on. And let this be a reminder to y'all that Sweetie is highly aware of what the fuck be going on. So much so that she made sure to come back on social media and she knew exactly what that man said in that song about her. So she be knowing what the hell going on. Just like when she liked that tweet when JT was getting into it with Glow, she knew what she was doing. Coming back talking about something. What I did, girl, what done happened? What happened today? Girl, you knew what you did. You was being messy. I ain't saying you shouldn't have been messy. I'm just saying don't act dumb about being messy. That's all I was saying, girl. But that's that. Let me try and get some of this stuff deleted. Okay, there we go. We should be good now. But anywho, so yeah, but I was here for where I was like, girl, clock him, call him out accordingly that he was all in your DMs trying to get back with you, talking about he can make another you, then make another one. Okay, period. So then the people started pulling up some of her songs, and at the bottom of her songs, they were seeing Quavo's real name, and they said, I see why he said that because he was writing some of her songs, and I'm like, just because somebody's listed as a writer doesn't necessarily mean that they actually wrote on that song. They it could have been a beat. It could have been a producer. Like it could be people have a lot of folks listed in the writers section on Apple that are not necessarily writers on the track. You might have to go to a different website. I'm not sure which website to actually see the true writers on the track, but all of those folks are not writers, on those tracks. So people be killing me when they be trying to drag certain rappers and be like, "Oh, you don't write your raps, you don't write your raps. Who is all of these people, all of these folks on here, all of these folks? You had to get 10 writers?" Especially when it's a sample. And it's like, don't you know the people that actually contributed to the original track want to get paid too? You need to put them on there somewhere, okay? So, anywho, I don't think he was necessarily writing her stuff. I think he probably helped out, produced or did some shit like that or whatever. But anywho, yeah, they was on her head about that. And then people started asking for her track, which is called 90 or something like that. And I said, yes, sweetie girl, I would have been dropped it. The moment Chris Brown dropped his diss track and he said what he said about her, if I was her, I would have dropped it that day or the very next day. Before Quavo could respond to mother thing, I would have had my song out. But of course, I'm sure she has clearances and stuff she has to get through. But she's been teasing the song already. She's already been teasing the song. So it's like, why do y'all people be coming out here teasing these songs and don't be ready for them to drop? And then the hype dies down and not all the songs do numbers. Like, you don't do that many numbers like y'all be wanting it to do. So I don't understand that part of the music. Like, why do they do that? And then they be waiting like weeks and weeks and weeks and then they finally drop it. What is that about? I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like they might tease the track to get the excitement from the fans in an effort to get their label to go ahead and drop it. So I feel like they might do that as a artists to apply pressure to the label is probably what they're doing, but the label is probably like nah, you're not the only person on this label, we're still going to drop it on this day because this person has this going on that day or this week or whatever the case is. So it could be a situation like that, which is why it doesn't come out on time. But Yeah, now she's trying to drop it. She was telling people to pre-order and all this and that. And I'm like, the hype is slick, you know, drying up. Like it's dying down. So you should have did this a few days ago, ma'am. But that's why I also feel like as the hype was dying down on this track here, that's why she put out in my personal the screenshot of Quavo trying to reach out to her. And then next thing you know, you saw her talking about the pre-save of her song was because she was trying to continue that buzz to keep going. Now that she's gotten at least a date or whatever of when that song is going to drop. So it was definitely a marketing tactic that she was using. And it did make me think like, now wait a minute, y'all been broke up for a minute. So which January you talking about? You talking about this January, or was it a last year January, or what January? Because you could have screenshotted that a long time ago during that year, which is why you don't see like January 14, 2023, because it probably was screenshotted back then and she just held on to it. Right. And you saved it for Mad Day or some shit. And you using it now. And I don't blame you, girl. Get it. Hey, they shouldn't have name dropped you. Okay. Period. But I just felt like you could have did it like, much sooner. But hopefully when you do drop it, it does very, very well. Cause I feel like Saweetie been dropping some little cute little stuff. So I'm like, okay, girl. She been working on her stuff, y'all. So we'll see what Nani's gonna do. But anywho, girl, I see you and y'all little tactics y'all be out here using. At this point, I feel like everybody in the industry is in cahoots. Everybody is in cahoots. I feel like JT in cahoots with Glow. Okay. And who else be out here beefing? All of them. Anybody, everybody Kendrick, Drake, uh J. Cole. Okay, even though he apologized and trying to moonwalk to the back, Kanye even wanted a piece. Child, did y'all see? I ain't even listen to Kanye. Kanye wanted a piece of the mess, so he had to hop in and be relevant, as if he's not relevant enough. He hops in with his track, trying to rap on the track, the Like That track that Metro Boomin and Future did. Baby, when I tell you, went to YouTube, the shit was blocked. Girl, I hollered. I hollered. Do you hear me? I said, not the Kanye West get his shit blocked. That's not funny. That is not funny. But it was a piece of funny because you thought you was just gonna hop on these people's tracks, slide, and think they was gonna let it go. No, cause you want to be in with the beef, baby. That shit down so quick. Ooh, honey. But I feel like everybody is in it. Everybody in cahoots, all y'all doing what y'all gotta do to sell y'all album and to get y'all ticket sales for y'all concerts and stuff. Cause at one point the concerts wasn't selling, and it wasn't because, in my opinion, okay, it wasn't because people didn't like y'all. It was because that shit was too damn expensive, and that's why the United States is trying to are they suing or no? I think they're calling on an investigation into Live Nation and Ticketmaster because y'all motherfuckers have sat up there and done charge people all these motherfucking fees that equate to about the same price of the motherfucking ticket. And so you think you're slick. Okay. And Joe said, not on my motherfucking watch. Okay. Pull it back. Pull it back. No, pull it all the way back. Okay. Open them blinds up and raise them. Don't just open them. I need you to raise them up because I need to see what the hell going on back there and what the hell y'all over there doing. Okay. So that's what's going on with y'all. So good luck to Ticketmaster and to Live Nation. I damn sure hope they go up in there and find what they looking for because y'all ain't got no business charging people their extra ticket fee. Okay. Because we paying for somebody else's motherfucking ticket. Oh, girl, I looked on there. I said, all these fees. Damn. Fee costs about more than a ticket, dude. Ugh. Anyway, I just had to go on a rant. So thank you. Let's get back to the point. What else is Mr. Quavo over here saying? He says, I'm still effed up about Takeoff. I want who did it. NIGGA. It's weird when I heard that part where he says, I'm still effed up about Takeoff. I want who did it. NIGJ. It kind of sounded like he was trying to reason with him. Like the tone of voice sounded like he was trying to reason, like, hear me out. Like, listen to me. I want who did it too. Like, chill. Like, that's what it was giving. It was giving the tone of voice used in that portion was giving the audio message that Chris used in his track. That's what I was hearing just a little bit over there. Okay, he says, Ussy, every time you see me, keep that energy. No, you keep that energy. Because when he saw you At the fashion week, he was definitely on that energy. I mean, definitely on it. And was not trying to fuck up the money, is what it was giving. Like, I would slap this shit out this, but I don't want to mess up this meal I got on the table because I owe the IRS or whoever I owe. So I got to sit up here and chill. But the way Chris was sitting with his legs open and his head up straight, looking around like unbothered, but I'll sit up if I need to, is what it was definitely giving. Okay? Sitting on ready. Okay, I can't even let it think he could catch me off guard. Do you hear what I say? Like that, I don't think Chris had a phone out at all. Okay, and now when you live in the life of social media, I am Quavo. I'm always looking over at the phone. I don't know how the fuck Chris had sat up there for 10 minutes on some. It's whatever. What up? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whole body language. Whole body language is giving. Like, yeah, what that shit you were talking though, bro? Yeah, what that shit was you were saying? Yeah, that's what I thought though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like that's all his energy was. I dare you to say something. Like that was the energy for sure. And Quavo was just in his phone, just like, ooh, ain't nobody talking to me. This is getting real awkward, honey. Let me just act like I'm looking at something on my phone. Barely got service in this bitch, okay? Because so many people in here got their cell phones and stuff. You know, when you go to a location with a lot of folks, the service start to, you go into struggle mode. So he over there just scrolling past the same photo, the same little 5 photos that Instagram let you look at when your shit fucked up. We're like, that's exactly what it was giving. I was like, ooh, this is so uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable. Y'all should have said DDG in front of them. Y'all should have said DDG in front of them. Why was DDG sitting on the other side of Quavo? He should have sat in the middle. Anywho, very, very weird. So for you to tell this man to keep that energy every time he see, no, we want you to keep that energy. Okay. He says, can't believe I gotta beat you. Well, he says, I can't believe I gotta beat you about some women beef. Okay. Takeoff goes into his chorus, and then I think the song goes off. It was a lot of ussy in this song. And they want Chris Brown to know just how ussy he is. Um, so yeah, that's what was happening. Oh, I've never heard of those allegations, Brittany. Never in my life. Quavo ain't go low enough for me in my personal. I would have brought up the whoa, back up and all. Wow, I've never heard of that ever. I won't be repeating it here because should it not be true, y'all not gonna get me tied the fuck up. Hello? But yeah, I've never heard that in my life. That's new. That's new. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Listen, hold on. What? Chris got too much on him. Got too much. What? Oh, Chris got too much to use. Basically, to use against him. Gotcha. I would have had a time in the booth. You hear me? No, I've never heard that. Oh wow, we got shut down. Listen, it's giving heavy on the allegedly because I ain't know that about that. I've never heard that, y'all, in my life. Never, ever, 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 ever. That's a new tea. Oh wow! If that's the case, where did you get it, baby? But I don't know what that man got. He's still out here having these kids. They seem to be very healthy and everything. So I don't know, child. Well, Offset over here hiring if anybody looking for it. Anybody need a job. He said that he need creative young people that could do cover arts. He looking for graphic design, producers, videographer that can also edit. So that's what he's doing. He said he's not going to use an actual hiring site. He's going to use Twitter, where he could solicit millions of strangers and see who has the best thing for him. Yikes. We hate to see that over on a public platform, sir. All right, next up, I want to get into this Megan Thee Stallion situation first, okay? Make sure you guys are coming in. We have 400 people here at night. Thank you guys. Make sure you're liking up the video, supporting the channel. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's get into this Megan situation because this is kind of crazy here. Okay. Um, and we'll see after I'm done with this article. We'll see how I'm feeling. I do have the documents from the court hearing. We'll probably get into that. If I don't get into it today, then it might be another day, but we'll try to get into it tonight. All right, so they're saying Megan Thee Stallion accused of harassment by cameraman who said he was forced to watch her have sex. And see, that's the headline that I first saw, and I was struggling. I said, I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that girl had you over there watching her do that, forcing you to watch that. That is some messy stuff. Now, listen, since Megan came in the game and has gotten really popular, she has lost people. Make no mistake, I believe she's lost hairstylists, makeup artists. People have left, but nobody has ever dropped no type of bomb or anything like this about her. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they was participating in the shit with her and they felt like, oh, I can't say that because I was over there doing it too. I don't know. I'm just saying that nobody has said this type of stuff. Now, granted, just because people have left and nobody has said anything does not mean that it has not happened. I honestly don't know because I do not know these folks, okay? I only know what's being put out there about them. And I don't put anything past anyone, but I will say that I'm having a hard time believing that she forced him to watch her do something like this. They're saying Emilio Garcia filed a lawsuit alleging he was trapped inside a moving vehicle with a hip hop star in a foreign country while she had sex with a woman. Now, was they really doing it, or was they just over there like lip locking, kissing, and then you probably over exaggerated? A former cameraman of Megan Thee Stallion alleges that he was. How were you trapped inside of a moving vehicle? Oh, I guess everybody's trapped when a vehicle's moving. I guess you weren't the only one trapped because nobody could go nowhere. Because if they would have jumped out the damn vehicle, they probably would have injured or killed themselves. So everybody was trapped, and not just you, right? I'm tripping. I feel like I'm already going into this with bias. So just, I'm the bias queen, honey. So I feel away accordingly. What are they saying? Uh we got today. Emilio Garcia said in the suit filed Tuesday in Los Angeles County Court, he says that after he allegedly witnessed this incident, he was warned, don't ever discuss what you saw. And he was berated and fat shamed and treated differently by Megan. The harassment was so severe or pervasive that it created a hostile, abusive work environment that made Garcia's work conditions intolerable. Representatives for Megan and Rock Nation did not immediately respond for a comment. They're saying Garcia began to work for Megan, whose real name is Megan Pete, as a personal cameraman in 2018. Quit his job in 2019 to pursue the gig with the Grammy winner full time and worked for her until June of 2023. Baby, if you don't get your ass, this is giving a person that was fired. This is giving yeah, you lost your job. I mean, well, unless he decided to quit. So I don't know. So he quit his one job in 2019 and they're saying that he worked for her until June 2023. So then my question is, did you quit your job or were you fired? Is what I'm wondering, because maybe he left because it could have been unbearable, intolerable for him. And he was like, I gotta go. Or were you fired? And if you were fired, you're now coming out with these allegations. And if that is the case of you now coming out with these allegations, I am a bit, and I don't want to discredit him because he's a guy saying these things, because we always go up for the ladies that accuse, men of certain things. I don't want to discredit his story, but I definitely have questions. And y'all know I'm always have questions regardless of who the hell it is. Okay. Because I'm not pro nothing. I'm pro me. Okay. I'm pro look at the situation as it is, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. But I'm just I feel like you would have been okay with it. Like if this was a situation where you were released from your position, I feel like if you were not released from your position and you would have stayed to this day, you would have been completely okay with the circumstances and the people that you surrounded yourself with, possibly. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. So I don't know, but I think you would have been okay with the SHI as you have been. They're saying Garcia said in the lawsuit that he traveled with Megan to Ibiza, Spain. I hope I said that right, in June of 2022, and that while in an SUV with Megan and three other women after a night out, Megan and one of the women began to have sex next to him in the moving car. He says, I felt uncomfortable. I was kind of frozen and I was shocked at kind of just be the overall audacity to do this right beside me, Garcia told NBC News in an interview. The following day, the rapper asked Garcia whatever he saw in the car with them the night before, and when he confirmed he was, what the hell are y'all writing? I felt uncomfortable. I was kind of frozen and I was shocked at kind of just be the overall audacity to do this right beside me. The following day, the rapper asked Garcia whether he was in the car with them the night before. And when he confirmed that he was there, Megan told him, don't ever discuss what you saw. Okay, so this is some, girl, this is some, what the fuck is going on? So it's giving, listen, if this is true and this girl came to you and asked you, girl, this is some messy shit here, bitch. Girl, this is some messy shit. This is some messy shit. If she came and asked you if you were in the car, that means she was drunk as hell and do not remember you being in the car, therefore probably don't remember her actions. When did this happen? I might have to just jump to the damn lawsuit. When did this happen? In 2022. No, she took that break in 2023. Was she still drinking like that after the Tory situation? But let me keep going. Mm, 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 mm. This is crazy here. Garcia said in his suit that during the same trip, Megan hurled fat shaming insults at him, calling him a fat bit and telling him to spit your food out and you don't need to be eating. Do y'all believe this? That's what I said too. Naturally, Mar. I said Rock Nation for this gonna be gone. I do believe it. I'm like, give it about a week or two. You probably ain't gonna hear about this case no damn more. um, this is interesting. I don't know. I don't know her. You know, I don't want to believe that any of this was said. I feel like it could have been said jokingly. You know how you be talking to your friend, you sometimes you may say little slick stuff like that's how y'all talk, possibly. Oh, bitch. Spit your food out. You don't need to be eating. To hear someone who advocates about loving your body tell me things, I felt degraded. I don't know, y'all. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. This is hard. Cause I don't want to believe. This is my first time reading this with y'all, and shit, reading it. Period. This is my first time reading this, and my honest thoughts are this. As I said earlier, I don't push it past nobody. I don't want to believe that she said any of these things, but you never know. And as I read what he says, the thought comes to me of, but you still stayed there? You still stayed? Like, you felt so degraded, but you stayed? But you know how I do. I like to put stuff in the corporate context of things, right? Because I feel like more people can relate, like your regular job type stuff. And if something like that happened at work, oftentimes people are going to stay and deal until they get another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, I have mixed feelings about this. I have mixed feelings because I'm like, a lot of people stay in fucked up situations as far as work is concerned because they need to make money. Um, but it's also true that he could just be lying. He could be exaggerating this fucking story. You know what I'm saying? He could have been okay with what was being said, all because he wanted a bit of clout to say that he was associated with Megan Thee Stallion until he no longer had the opportunity anymore. So they go on to say when they returned from the trip, Garcia said in the lawsuit his compensation structure was changed from a monthly flat rate to a pay per task system that required him to submit invoices for each assignment. He said, "Oh, so then now you're gonna have to tell people when did the change happen, because how they're writing this article, they're making it seem as though because of what you witnessed on this trip, your income ended up being affected because of what you witnessed, and you feel like this person operated out of spite with you. So when did the difference happen? Because you trying to conflate the two. He said he was expected to provide the same services despite the pay structure change, but alleges that he was treated differently following the trip and saw a decrease in bookings Megan hired him to do. When was these photos taken then? Since he over there snapping pictures of Megan. Child, this is crap. Garcia began to consider quitting the job because of Megan's possessiveness combined with a lack of appropriate pay for the amount of time asked of him and a lack of bookings. Garcia remained on the schedule for a June 2023 job, but the night before, Rock Nation notified him that his services would no longer be required. Okay. Why, y'all, when I hear this, I'm going to be real honest with y'all. Why do I hear Tory Lane's daddy? Why do I hear Tory Lane's daddy yelling in my damn ear talking about some Rock Nation? What he said, curse you or whatever, going off about damn Rock Nation. That's all I'm hearing is Tory Lane's daddy yelling. Because now I'm over here looking at this like Rock Nation told you that your services would no longer be required. What happened? Is Rock Nation to be blamed? Are they on this lawsuit? God, they is on the lawsuit. And not just Miss Megan. Oh no. Mm-mm. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So Rock Nation probably got some shit going on. I don't know. That's what he said. Rock Nation, you will crumble. That's what he said. I don't know how to take this, y'all. This is because I don't want to take it. That what it really be. I don't want to take it. I don't want to believe none of this shit true. While working for Megan, Garcia endured a barrage of relentless sexual and fat shaming comments, plunging him into profound emotional distress. What I learned throughout the years is that, especially coming from in first of all, he wrote this. He typed in his interview because these misspellings is fucking me up. Okay, they asked him a Q&A. He says coming from an office environment is, there's no HR department in the entertainment business. So if you don't have that, you're being done wrong. You don't really know how to advocate for yourself until you start asking. Maybe you start asking your peers who have representation. They have agents, they have management, they have attorney. So I just really just want to encourage people to advocate for themselves. The alleged behavior caused Garcia to face a loss in earnings and other employment benefits, as well as physical injuries, physical sickness, and emotional distress, according to the lawsuit. The suit states that while working for the entertainer, he was without basic insurance coverage and therefore could not get the care he needed. Now he grapples with mounting anxiety, depression, and physical distress stemming from the toxic. Boy, you don't get the fuck. Okay, he playing. He playing in my face. He is plaguing in my damn face. I'm sorry. Caused him to face a loss in earnings, other employment benefits, as well as physical injuries, physical sickness, emotion. When the hell did you physical injury, sir? Okay, he putting 20 on 10. I'm sorry. He put 20 on 20 on 10. The suit states that while working for the entertainer, he was without basic. That's a personal choice. That's a personal choice, sir. That's personal. Let me go back and see what they said about his job. Okay. You went from a monthly flat rate to a pay per task. Sir, that was your compensation structure. I did not hear anything about you having benefits whatsoever. You getting a monthly check. All you said was you get a monthly pay or set amount every month. So you knew you was going to get them 10 racks secure every month or whatever it was going to be. And they cut your coin. And if you didn't go and get insurance, that's on you. And you're going to be the one that's penalized by the IRS every year because you chose not to get insurance because you feel like your health is that good. Oh, no. That's on you, sir. Whew, he says Megan just needs to pay our client what he's due. At least that's what the attorney says. Own up to her behavior and quit this sort of sexual harassment and fat shaming conduct. Sexual harassment? Really? Emilio, why I'm thinking about I'm thinking about Flo Millie. What she say? He touching Emilio Pucci. That's not funny. Okay, so Emilio should never have been put in a position of having to be in the vehicle with her while she had sex with another woman. Inappropriate is putting it lightly. Exposing this behavior to employees is definitely illegal. Let me go back up. Let me go back up. We're gonna have to get into the damn. We're gonna have to get into this law this the paperwork. Cause I have questions that might be answered in the document. So, okay, where is the one? Okay. So he was okay in Spain night out with 3 other women. Mm. So you the only person that saw it, and you think these other people gonna come to you? Nah, bitch. If any one or two of these ladies come out and confirm this man's story, I'm done. I'm gonna be out done if any of those women come out and confirm the story that this man's saying. Mm, this is not good. And even if it's false, y'all, even if this never happened, I just feel like this is not a good lawsuit to have against you in general. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna easily start backing away from you just off of the slightest that somebody would try to put this stuff on you. They just gonna start like brand deals are gonna start putting a halt on shit. And you might not even get the opportunities back. It's just the fact that these allegations are out there. And if Rock Nation doesn't try to wrap this up quick, a lot gonna probably be taken off the table. Is what in my opinion. Okay. Garcia's lawsuit also outlines alleged employment and wage violations that center on his classification as an independent contractor. Not you been an independent contractor and you over here talking about you couldn't get no insurance. Baby, that was on you. The lawsuit alleges that Megan prohibited him from working for anyone else and was denied overtime pay and breaks. Ooh. How are you denied overtime pay if it was set that you would only make a certain amount a month? So that's like a salaried employee. It don't matter how many hours you work that month, your ass is still getting that 5 racks or whatever it is. So how does that work? I'm having to go up because I'm trying to reference some stuff from earlier in the article until 2023. But when did the money change for you? Okay. After that trip in 2022. So you continued to work with her for a whole year until you were fired. So I mean, well, let me not say fired because I don't know. Did they say he was fired? Because Rock Nation tell him his services were no longer needed, right? So if they said they were no longer needed, yeah, his services would no longer be required. Yeah, so he was fired in June. Okay, June 23rd. So that leads me to believe yet again what I said earlier was you were okay for a whole year with whatever they were giving you, pay per job or gig or whatever it is that you did, pay per service. You were fine with that until you got fired. And then here it is months later, you got let somebody get in your ear, hype you up, and have you put this lawsuit out there about her. And then your attorney, who wanted to make this as salacious as they could possibly make it, start asking you questions of like, well, tell me about Megan. What kind of person is she? Let me know about her. Were there any times that she may have done some things that just, really made you feel uncomfortable? Like, sit and think about that for me. Think about that. No, you don't have to say anything right now. You can email me, write it down. Yeah, that's what the fuck happened. And then you gave him whatever it is that you could give him. He spiced it up, juicied it up, put it in this damn lawsuit and put it out. And your attorney is giving me the same vibes of the black attorney that is taking over the case for what is that, Lil Rod, the one that's suing Diddy. Now, I'm not saying all of what Lil Rod is saying is absolutely wrong, but I'm just saying how y'all try to package this stuff up in the media. So if you don't get what you want financially, you would get what you want as far as the damage of reputation. So I see what you did there, sir. And I also feel like where there's lies, there can be a little bit of truth. So I ain't experienced what you experienced, but I am seeing a little piece of cap, all because you just now wanting to complain after your services were no longer required. Okay, thank you for your services. And then now you want to sit up here and have a big issue. Now you want to bring up the situation that happened then. But I guess if you want to tie it in, I mean, you will have to bring up that situation from 2022. If you're saying after that, that's when my pay and stuff changed. I went from a monthly compensation to pay per opportunity. So you would have to bring up that situation. But how do you, like, when did that really happen though? Because we don't have the dates on that. And I mean, we'll have to, I mean, it might be in the documents. Let's see if there's anything else before we hop over to that. Because I'm really trying to get to see if he has any more quotes from his interview. Okay, got that. Garcia told the news in an interview that he is seeking more than six figures. The suit seeks unpaid wages as well as interest on the unpaid wages, unpaid overtime wages, and other employee benefits at the legal rate. He is also seeking statutory penalties and see, when it comes to this type of stuff, I do feel like as hard as it is for him to prove what he's saying, it's also hard for them to not prove, or for them to prove that he's lying, basically, as far as the wages are concerned, because he's more so suing her for his wages. Like, that's the whole reason they're here. He wants to get his overtime and stuff. But if y'all ain't got people clocking in and out, like, how you gonna really know how much time he has? Let me see something real quick though, because I did say I might bounce around to a few articles before we hop into this. I did hear that page 6 had a pretty decent article too. Okay, they got two of them. So one was 9 hours ago. Let's look at the one from 5 hours ago to see if they've updated anything to let us know some stuff. Okay, so Megan slams. Okay, they're saying Megan slams salacious accusations in bombshell lawsuit. No sexual harassment claim was filed. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion is denying these allegations made about her new, um, about her new harassment lawsuit. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm having a hard time because is it really a harassment lawsuit or is this about the wages? Maybe I missed something. And because the attorney said something about harassment, y'all are leaning into this being a harassment lawsuit, right? Okay, let's see. Garcia's lawsuit. Where is it? I saw that one. Okay. They're saying this lawsuit or the situation caused him to lose his earnings, other employment benefits, physical injuries, physical sickness, emotional distress, according to the lawsuit. Okay. Then it goes down. Hold on. The suit states, wow, okay, without basic insurance. Okay, we got all that. The attorney is saying Megan needs to pay, own up to her behavior, and quit this sort of sexual harassment. But this is not a harassment lawsuit, is what it looks like. The lawsuit outlines employment and wage violations that center on his classifications as an independent contractor. It alleges that Megan prohibited him from working for anyone else and denied overtime and pay breaks. This is not, am I tripping, y'all? This is about wages and not being paid. This isn't about no damn harassment. But I see that y'all are using this as an angle and making this salacious so that y'all can do y'all big one. But anywho, about in her new harassment lawsuit filed against her on Tuesday. This is an employment claim for money with no sexual harassment claim filed with salacious accusations to attempt to embarrass her. So I'm glad. See, this is my first time reading this stuff. I'm not tripping. And whether I like Megan, whether I don't like Megan, whether it's Megan or whether it's somebody else, just reading this stuff for me, removing the people from it and looking at girl A, boy A, and we're reading this, when you take the people out in favoritism or whatever, like this, that's exactly what the hell they doing. This is not a harassment case. This is a wages. This is an employment claim to get money, just like they said. They not lying. Trying to embarrass. Ooh, child. They said we will deal with this in court. So, baby, not they willing to go to court. You thought you was getting some money? Oh no. They going to court with you, baby. You thought they probably gonna settle? Oh, they finna go to court then. I guess they ain't finna clear it up as quickly as I thought that they could. Ooh, child. Is there anything? Yeah, we read that part. We got into that. Was there anything else that they were quoting? Okay, yeah, so that's just his stuff. I thought it was more that Megan may have said or her attorney. Okay, so let me hop over here and see what this dang. So they got like 9 different things listed up here. And a lot of it again confirms. Oh, well then let me say I stand corrected. They're saying hostile work environment harassment is what they're saying. But they're not saying sexual harassment, but hostile work environment harassment, failure to prevent and remedy, violation of labor codes. There are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Retaliation in violation of labor code and violation of California business and professions. Okay. Somebody says they just want to pile on, knowing people will automatically believe him. Somebody says the blogs took it and decided to run with the wrong headline. Don't they always? Don't they always? Ooh, I would countersue for with a defamation claim. That would be real interesting. Baby, talk about backfiring. Talk about backfiring. Woo child. So as we said earlier, they have Rock Nation, Hot Girl Touring, Megan the Stallion Entertainment, and Megan the Stallion all on this lawsuit. Okay. I'm trying to see where's the T. Okay. I'm trying to see where is the T at in this thing. Huh? Plaintiff is informed and believes and thereon alleges that each of the defendants were at all times the agent, employee, or representative of each remaining defendant and were at all times acting within and outside the scope and purpose of said agency and employment. The plaintiff further alleges that as to each defendant, whether they're named or referred to, they're saying that the defendant supervised, ratified, controlled, acquiesced in, adopted, directed, subsequently, substantially, participated in and or approved the acts, errors, or omissions of each remaining defendant. So okay, so I guess okay, gotcha. So they always in cahoots with each other, basically, is what they're trying to say. Factual allegations. So on or around June 22nd, the plaintiff was traveling on tour with Megan in Spain. After a night out, Megan and three other women were riding in an SUV together. Suddenly, Megan, first of all, they're referring to her as Stallion in the lawsuit. Why y'all not? I'm wondering. Okay, I don't know why I assumed that they would sue her as like the person Megan Pete, but they're using Stallion on here, so that's just interesting. I have to ask my homegirl about that. I'm gonna see her tomorrow. She's an entertainment attorney. I'm gonna ask her like, girl, what the fuck? Can they do that? I don't think I've seen that, but anyway, because I feel like when it came to Diddy, they referred to his last name as Combs. Am I tripping? So that's just interesting. But anywho, all right, so they're saying that, and I'm gonna say Megan when I see Stallion. Okay, so suddenly Megan and one of the other women started to have sex right beside the plaintiff. Emilio could not get out of the car as it was both moving, and he was in the middle of nowhere in a foreign country. All right, he was embarrassed, mortified, and offended throughout the whole ordeal. Oh, child. Listen, I don't know if that I don't know if he lying. I don't know. When you drunk, if that was the case, and she was drunk, and she didn't know that that's what she did, I just need to know: are those other two ladies going to deny what he's saying? Because if they come out and say that you lying, it's a wrap. Because you're placing other witnesses on the scene, and if those witnesses do not corroborate your story, which is chances are they're not, I will be so surprised. I will be shook. You're done, possibly done. So then they're saying Megan inquired whether he was in the SUV the previous night, and he confirmed that he was in the SUV. Subsequently, Megan instructed, "Don't ever discuss what you saw." Okay. Megan berated and directed her fat shaming comments towards him, such as fat BIT, spit your food out, and you don't need to be eating that. Now, I can hear her saying that. I don't want to believe that she said that, but I can hear all of that being said. But I feel like it could have been said, when y'all play around and y'all joking. Now, granted, everybody don't like to play like that. But. Yikes. So after confiding in the makeup artist, Megan learned of his contemplation of quitting due to her possessiveness combined with lack of appropriate pay for the amount of time asked of him. As discussed below. Wait, okay. So Megan learned. So basically, you was over there talking shit about Megan to somebody else, and it got back to Meg. So Meg had heard about this shit. So you over there complaining about stuff. You ain't even want to have been there. Oh wow. They're saying later that night, Megan was drunk, is what they're saying. I didn't say it, okay? She drunkenly FaceTimed um Emilio, and after Emilio expressed his belief he was being underpaid for the amount of hours actually asked of him, they reached an understanding, with Megan affirming with him that they were good. Despite the conversation, Emilio remained scheduled for Megan's upcoming gig the following Friday. Nevertheless, on or around June 23rd, Rock Nation unexpectedly reached out to him the night before the scheduled Friday gig and informed him that his services would no longer be required by Megan. Is that true? So then it don't seem like she, okay, this is what's in my head. How it was written in the article made it seem like he was punished for what he witnessed. He was being punished for what he witnessed, and that's when they decided to, get rid of him or whatever the case was. Dock his pay, get rid of him or something. But in this article, it seems like you was over there talking shit about your job as though you ungrateful, or I ain't gonna say ungrateful, but you talking stuff about your job as though you just unhappy. So when she have a conversation with you later on, I'm not saying it's right whether they, fired you later, but that's probably why you were released, because you already seemed unhappy with the job. So let us release you of your misery. Versus it being about what you had witnessed when you was over there on that trip. But I could be tripping, girl. Okay. So they're saying that Emilio has timely filed a complaint of discrimination with California Civil Rights Department. Oh, not the civil. Right, and obtained a right to sue letter April 2024. Mm-mm. Interesting. Wage and hour violations from the inception of his employment. Garcia was misclassified as an independent contractor while working as a personal cameraman. So what the hell was you supposed to be classified as? Because that sounds like an independent contractor to me. Megan has been treated as independent contractor by Rock Nation and Stallion Entertainment, so that he was effectively denied any of the protections an employee would have under California law. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Garcia has been treated as an independent contractor by Rock Nation and Megan's company, so that he was effectively denied any of the protections and employee. Oh, really? Is that place a work at, what is it called, a at will state? Is California a at will state? I think that's what they call it. In April 2018, in the now infamous Dynamics decision, ruled that companies must successfully meet the three-prong ABC test in order to lawfully classify someone as an independent contractor for purposes of wage order claims. Ooh, I bet a lot of people do that then. They probably not gonna classify you as an ABC. I'm not gonna get into all of that. Why is he trying to conduct business with her if he knew she was drunk? Drunkenly. Do you hear what I say? Drunkenly FaceTimed me. Meg definitely needed better people around her, because this is a mess. Sounds like she's in a much better place now. They had to clean house. And the fact that she took that break for a whole year, in my opinion, like, I really feel like it was a whole year after the Tory Lanez verdict in December of 2022, she really got real quiet for a long time. And I don't think she came out until November when she dropped Cobra. And then I think in January she dropped his, right? So I feel like during that time they was really cleaning house for real, because she was just too quiet and low key, and she was getting out of the dealings with her old label and stuff. So she had a lot going on. So they probably was cleaning house, getting her ready for what they was trying to get her to go. So they're saying on or around July 2018, Garcia supported Megan as a personal cameraman. On or around September 19th, they're saying Garcia quit his full-time job and began his employment with Megan as a full-time personal cameraman. So that's what your job was supposed to be, but you also said that it was understood that you would be getting paid a certain amount every month. So if you're getting paid every the same amount every month, you was an independent contractor. You weren't supposed to get no benefits. That was supposed to be on you. Whew. I might be tripping. For all relevant, okay, let's skip down. He was always answering calls and running other tasks under Megan's direction. He worked during all waking hours of the day. Garcia used his personal device to stay updated on his schedule, which blurred the lines between work and personal time for him. More than once, Megan interrupted him during dinner and demanded that he immediately shift his focus to assist her with TikTok creative ideas. Garcia stepped away from dinner and worked on the phone in a quiet space of a given restaurant. Listen, I do agree that when you work in these entertainment industries, a lot can be muddied. I think a lot can be muddied. It's possible that this did happen as far as this. Mm-mm. As a personal cameraman, Garcia was forced to take on a myriad of duties and work much long hours. They're saying that he worked in excess of 50 hours under close scrutiny and explicit discretion of Megan, who continuously contacted him at all hours, directing him to brainstorm TikTok videos to edit content that Megan had not captured and complete various assignments. For all relevant times, Megan controls and directs the performance of his work, who does not provide personal camera services independently of his relationship with Megan. Megan specifically told him he was not allowed to service any other client other than herself no more than one occasion. I'm sorry, on more than one occasion. Initially, they're saying that he was paid a flat rate of $4,000. Oh, baby, you already had me fucked up. 4,000, girl. Who the fuck for to do all that shit for 4 racks, girl? And we live in Cali. Oh, hell no. You must stay with your family or something, or you must ain't have no house doing all that work for $4,000 a month. And then had the audacity after the pandemic to sit up there and say, if this is true, that we're going to pay you per gig, pay you per thing that you do, per service. Oh, no. Oh, hell no. No, thank you. Give me 1 second. That's crazy, girl. That is wow. $4,000? That's not enough money to me. However, on or around August 2022, Desiree Perez, the chief executive officer of Rock Nation, personally contacted him to alter his compensation structure from a monthly rate to a pay per task system, invoiced for each assignment. Despite this change, the time expectation of the plaintiff remained the same as before Rock Nation's demand to change plaintiff's pay. So, based on each thing that he did, he still was gonna get paid $4,000. Is what it sounds like. Thanks, babe. However, the new invoicing system results in plaintiff earning significantly less. Oh, I thought it was. Despite this change, the time expectation on the plaintiff remained the same as before Rock Nation demand to change it. However, the new invoicing system resulted in the plaintiff earning significantly less. Okay, I misread that. As the invoiced amounts did not accurately reflect the true time and effort dedicated. Oh, so he technically per service, he would still be getting, for how I'm trying to understand this, he would still be getting 4,000 either way, right? But the way their invoicing system works, he's saying that he was being paid less because it was not reflecting the true time and effort that he was putting in. They were only just paying him for, I guess, just the service and not the hours that it may have took to prepare stuff. I mean, were they just paying you for your shoot time, but not you actually editing and all of that? I don't know. Mm. I don't know, y'all. It's like he might be telling some truth in here, but I also feel like some of this shit cap. I'm not gonna hold you. On multiple occasions, Megan explicitly directed plaintiff to not engage with other clients, expressing possessiveness over the plaintiff's services as her personal cameraman. Um, I would have told your ass not to work with other clients too. I'm sorry. They ain't paying you. Hello? Oh no. If he's talking about his other clients, then no. Cause y'all not paying him enough. If that's true. Misread that one. If it's his clients and $4,000, you got to know that's not a livable. Like that's just not if that's true. He gonna have to prove this. We gonna need paperwork or something. We gonna need to see them deposits that you got. hmm Let us see them Rock Nation checks to see if you telling the truth over him. All right. What else are they saying? Requiring his constant availability by phone for work related issues. He says this was causing severe emotional distress and anxiety. All right. During his travels with Megan, he was required to stay at the hotel and be on standby at all times. Any attempt to use the hotel's amenities would prompt Megan to reach out and request his immediate return. Interesting. So whenever he would want to go and do something, she would be like, "Hey, come back." Hmm. I feel like you got into this knowing what all it was gonna take to work with a person, a artist. Like they gonna need you all the time. They're saying that he was denied a meal break or rest break. They're saying that he was not paid meal or rest break premiums during his entire employment. But was your meals paid for though? Because I do feel like if your meals were paid for, why would they pay you for your meals? Now, if you've had to come out your pocket for your own meals, then I do think that you probably should have got some type of compensation for that. All right, for all relevant times, Megan controls and directs the performance of of Garcia's duties. Did not qualify him exempt for purposes of overtime law. During the entirety of his employment with Megan, Garcia was denied overtime pay at an overtime rate. Okay, he was not paid for hours worked in excess of 8. So why would y'all say in the entirety of his employment working with Megan when he accepted $4,000 as his monthly income no matter what? Now, I do feel like he lowballed himself when he first started, and maybe he wasn't at a place where he could like renegotiate that price. Maybe it was all good in 2018, making them 4 racks. It's 2020 at that time, 2022, 2023. Hell no. After the pandemic, hell no. Mm-mm. No. No, 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 no. No. But at the end of the day, you accepted that, talking about the entirety. That's what you chose initially. And what they said, he never got overtime. It must was agreed upon because you was getting a set pay. They say he never got paid time and a half for any work he worked or paid after the paycheck was thus underpaid for all hours worked to the extent the pay did not meet labor code requirements. For all relevant times, they're saying that he was not paid time and a half. What else? Um, During the entirety of the employment with Megan, his hours of employment were not properly recorded due to a purposeful misclassification of Garcia as an independent contractor and inaccurate work records controlled by defendants. But my thing is this: if he wasn't a independent contractor, then what was his role supposed to be? What should he have been classified as then? So that we can make this make sense. During the entirety of his employment with Megan, they're saying that he was denied his meal, rest breaks, compensation for overtime hours worked, subjected to inaccurate timekeeping by Megan, which resulted in inaccurate wage statements. Okay, misclassification of his employment status left him without basic insurance, depriving him of essential health care. They're saying that he grapples with mounting anxiety, depression, and physical distress stemming from the toxic work environment, compounded by the trauma of unpaid work. Baby, this is crazy. At times mentioned in this complaint, um, Megan and the others regularly employ five or more persons, bringing Megan within the provisions of California employment. Okay, government code. Defendant Megan conduct created a hostile work environment for plaintiff, making the conditions of his employment intolerable in direct contravention of various statutes and state laws. Hmm. Okay. I think we got into all of that. We got into what happened on that June 22nd. Who is Perez? Oh, okay. Desiree. Okay, yeah. So around August 2022 is when she hit him up and told him about how they were changing the system for him and how he was going to get paid. So I feel like the article at this point is kind of like repeating itself because a lot of this stuff is repetitive as far as what all they're trying, the cause of actions of what they're trying to sue for, it seems. So a lot of this is repetitive, but this is crazy. I don't know, y'all. I'm in the middle. I'm often in the middle because I often see both sides. Like I see how they trying to make this more salacious than what the hell it is. You know, I don't want to believe that this stuff happened, but you know, companies try to get over on people. They definitely try to get over on people. So I wouldn't put it past Rock Nation trying to get over on him. But at the same time, I do feel like he accepted some of this stuff. And I do feel like he was cool with it for a minute, you know. And if he would have never gotten fired, he would have continued to deal. But at the same time, it's like that don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean that it didn't happen. So I don't know. This is crazy. That's what I said, Nick. I said he sound like he a salary employee. Like no matter how many hours you work, that's what you getting paid. If they had a case, the contract would be an exhibit. Did anyone see a contract? I ain't see no contract. So I wonder how that worked out. If that was agreed upon, was that word of mouth? How did that work? And you were an independent contractor. How did that work? This is definitely messy. This is definitely messy. Yeah. Girl, this is crazy. I hate this. I hate this. We shall see how it's gonna play out for Megan. I'm wondering what some of the people over on Twitter are saying about this situation. Well, first, what is this? Hmm? Okay, I don't know, y'all. Now, Gossip of the City did put this up. So, Emilio made this post back on October 31st of 2023. And he said, so I tried addressing this on Twitter because I keep getting asked, in some ways messy and in some ways not. But I got berated with hate messages ranging from homophobic slurs to immigration jokes. I was born in Texas from a disgruntled fan page. She says, but after 5 years of working as the personal cameraman, social media liaison for a famous celeb, I am no longer affiliated with them anymore. Over the last 5 years, I sacrificed and went through a lot. If you know, you know. I had one main client and made time for local clients when my schedule allowed me to. With that, I lost out on a lot of opportunities, local and within the industry, because people thought I was exclusive to one person or they never knew when I was in town. I say all of this to say that I am in Houston full time, pursuing my own dreams, passions, and endeavors, both personal and professional. He put this out a long time ago. And some he says that, but I got berated with hate messages ranging from homophobic slurs to immigration jokes from disgruntled fan pages. Okay, I was like, I thought that was coming from Megan, but it was coming from fans. So this is where they're highlighting that he liked a comment from Nikki. On the next song, I delve into all the people Desiree allegedly fired for unknown reasons, other things as well. So many people were sided and hurt by her. Allegedly, she's willing to go broke to try to replace me. Fix it, Jesus. Also, maybe this is what Nikki was referencing when he was one of the people that got fired. Now, if I also can say this too, a lot of people were actually getting fired. I could have sworn there was like a mass layoff. Well, I don't know. It probably wasn't Rock Nation though. It probably wasn't Rock Nation. I think it was another company. Was it Warner Music or somebody? A lot of different, it's been different ones actually. Different groups, music companies have been doing layoffs. So maybe his layoff wasn't intentional. I don't know. Like I know Warner Music Group, according to what I just searched over here, they laid off about 600 employees in of this year. This year. And it was somebody else that laid off before them too. Was it Sony? Somebody else. So layoffs have definitely been happening for a minute. So I wonder if anybody else haven't gotten layoffs. So maybe it was because of that. Maybe they were doing company cutbacks or something, budget cutbacks or whatever, and that could have been something that happened. Um, and so he decided to sue. So we'll have to see how that's gonna play. But let me see what the people on Twitter saying about this. Cause I believe I saw somebody put on Twitter. I didn't save it or anything. But somebody had put on Twitter that this young man was giving information to Nicki Minaj about uh Megan Thee Stallion. Did anybody hear that? Did anybody hear that? Yeah, somebody they were saying that he was over there giving inside tea about everything going on with Megan, and giving it over to Nicki Minaj and her people. What is this? We all know who's behind this BS per usual. Girl, what is this about? Who is these people? We all know who's behind this BS per usual. Is this about the rap girls? When her karma hits, and I mean hit full swing, it's gonna be ugly on that side with the rest of her unhinged mental patience. You can't keep inserting yourself and holding so much hate and keep doing SHI behind the scenes for years and it don't catch up to you. Somebody said, whoo, her downfall when her downfall comes, so he typed that wrong. Her Barbie dolls better be ready because it's coming. What is y'all talking about, girl? Did anybody hear that? Yeah, they were saying he's a barb, and that's what Nikki was referring to when she talked about people that Meg worked with being treated wrong. Word on the street is he's a big Nikki fan. This is messy. I'm just reading off Twitter. I just came across this. I don't know what they're talking about. Somebody says that remember when Nikki told Lotto she knows all their release dates and she has people at every label that give her info. Labels have whole meetings about her. Well, it was true. Cardi and Meg's management label have had meetings with them about Nikki, but they were told to never respond to her because she's trying to sabotage them and use them for promo. The labels are not meeting to sabotage Nikki. They are meeting to stop Nikki from sabotaging Cardi and Meg. You notice Cardi and Meg have gotten smarter about how they deal with her. Nikki has no budget. Whoa. How is this old? No one wants to deal with Nikki because of her attitude and being late all the time. So because she can't afford promotion, Nikki's goal is to use Meg and Cardi's rollout for promotion of all of her projects. And Nikki won't announce or release anything until she knows when Cardi or Meg have something coming. This has to be old. Nikki tries to release whenever Meg or Cardi release so people will talk about them at the same time and promote her to get her fans to counter stream her music against theirs, which inflates her numbers. She found out about Cardi's label meeting and Cardi album was supposed to drop in November. Nikki went online and announced she was dropping in November. Okay, maybe this ain't Cardi didn't release. She dropped what is this? LTISY with bongos. I forgot what this song was. LTISY. What is that? LTISY. Remind me. With bongos because she had no money for a video. Watch Cardi and Megan. Watch Cardi and Megan won't have a single moment or release without Nikki trying to shadow it with something. Megan Cardi announced bongos and Nikki posted her album cover 10 minutes later. Every Cardi release or announcement, there will be an attempt to sabotage by Nikki. But Nikki will claim the labels are trying to sabotage her. Anyways, on to the tea. Desiree found out who was leaking information to Nikki and got them fired, as she should have. Okay. When Nikki bragged on Twitter and Queen Radio about having info and control and knowing everything in people's meetings and plans, girl, what else is the tea? Just know no one is trying to hurt Nikki or sabotage her career, not at Rock Nation. Jay-Z always had love for Nikki. It's not about trying to stop Nikki's success. They're trying to stop Nikki from sabotaging Megan, which is her goal. Let's just say Nikki couldn't resist being petty and said something. I have to be discreet that revealed her source. Okay. Mm. She couldn't resist being petty and did and said something that revealed her source. Led to a chain of events. A few people got fired. Nikki really got people fired and their reputations ruined because she couldn't resist being vindictive and nasty. Of course, no one would trust them at a label now, so they ass is out. Ooh, girl, this is some messy shit. Nikki trying to have some get back now by exposing Desiree and playing the victim, saying she's hurt and fired people for no reason. LOL, girl, you know what happened. But Nikki pretty much left her sources out to dry like she did Tasha K. That's why she's spiraling and mad at Rock Nation. She doesn't have inside info anymore. Her recent reaction to Megan's diss and epic fail shows she's no longer in the loop. Also, this is recent. Nikki is going to try to do an interview with someone biased like Joe Budden who won't call her out on her BS. But Joe Budden better be careful supporting her. Nikki will use anyone to spite these girls, and when they ruin their relationships and have nothing, Nikki's broke ass, no, you didn't call this lady broke ass can't help them. JT pretty much ruined her career and her relationship with Young Miami, being up Nikki's ass. The broke T is true too. Also, all the people Nikki are cool with, their friends hate her. For example, Tay friends BF Ari don't like Nikki or Raw, so that's awkward. Her childhood BF Thimby is no longer friends with Nikki, unfollowed her on IG, and follows Megan and Cardi. All her day ones are gone. Only yes people are around Nikki now. Ooh, baby. All this is alleged. It's given allegedly as I'm reading over on the Twitter to get what the people is saying. I'm gonna have to come back to that because that was a little, oh, that was a lot. I was just trying to find who the person was that was connected to, the Nikki or what y'all was saying. People finding out I'm a barb at industry events when they ask about my Chinese knuckle. When did he put that up, girl? So they is over here clocking this man. On to the next. Oh wow. Okay. Well then that's my time, girl. I feel like I overstayed my welcome, but the people. This is some messy shit. I honestly read this with a grain of salt a few months ago, but this lawsuit does prove some credibility to it. Ooh, so this been out for a minute, yes? Girl, I be late on everything, huh? His shocked her. That's why she spiraled for 72 hours. Nikki can't stand seeing another female MC being supported. Shaking my head. That's what I was wondering, LaShondra. I'm like, who wrote that? I don't know who the hell, but girl, they was right there to get a lot off their damn chest. I tell you that. JT got a bright future. You know what? Can I say this? Let me say this. I'm interested in seeing how far JT goes. And I know y'all don't want to have this conversation, but I'm be real honest. If JT does not go as far, some people might not. It could be because people don't really like her music like that. Or it could be colorism. It could be colorism. It could. I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. Cause I do feel like JT be having a nasty ass attitude. And she may come online and say some slick shit. But I also feel like there's been times where Cardi has had a nasty ass attitude and has come online and said some slick shit. But look at where the hell Cardi's at. And I don't know if JT is going to get all the way to where Cardi has gotten. And if not, I I would just be interested in what those things are. So I don't know. I do believe that a lot of the fans that she has like her and support her genuinely. And I do feel like a lot of the fans that she has support her by way of. And the moment that she disappoints that by way of, they are going to draw out. The same way they did with Lotto and others, and Megan and others. And they teeter the line on Doja, but Doja too motherfucking talented. So it's like you can't really just turn your head all the way on Doja. You know what I'm saying? Because Doja don't need none of these motherfuckers, okay? And it's funny that they don't put her in conversations when it's always talking about putting this woman up against this woman, you know? And it's always that primary woman that's been around for the longest. Y'all always talk about putting this person up. Well, I rarely hear y'all talk about Doja. Cause Doja gonna eat her up every time in my personal. But y'all never put them in the same, you know what I'm saying, comparison thing. But yeah, I haven't seen any likable moments from JT lately. It's been a lot of rah rah. And yeah, that's been a lot of, yeah, it has. I ain't gonna lie, I be fighting to like her though. I'm not gonna lie. I be fighting, so I'm like, I still like you. Like, come on, we can do this. Like, okay, come on. But then she'll do something else. I'm like, God damn it, JT. See, this is why I just, no, thank you. So she just gotta, I don't know what the hell JT gotta do. I mean, either eventually she gonna win me over or she not. I don't know. But I will say this: her song was in my head today. I will say this: I was like, "Why is that song in my head?" The OK song. I don't even think the whole track is out yet. So I'm like, "All right." It kind of makes me think a little bit of like Soldier Boy or something like back in the day is what it makes me think of. So yeah, that song's in my head. But anywho, y'all, that's it. Let me see if she can branch out to another audience. She could do. That's probably what she gonna need. Yeah, she needs another audience as well. And it might take some time to get there, but I think she will need that. I could see her on songs with Ari Lenny. Something. Let me tell you, the way she ate on that Dolce track, I kept calling it "Wannabe." That is definitely the song with Glorilla and Megan, which I love as well. But dang it, I don't forgot the song with Dolce. But just know that song she did with Dolce, JT ate that shit up. That was good. She did that. What you said? Lotto just been dragging herself low key. Now she dragging herself. Like when those 200 plus ghostwriter songs lead 200? 200 plus? I ain't know that about that. Or maybe I did and I forgot. Does JT have likable moments? Cardi is annoying, but she is likable. That's true. Cardi is likable. We do see more of her personality. I feel like JT kind of shies away for the most part and she's low key. And then, and if she's not, she pops out and she's like rah 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 rah. But what made me like JT though was, I think it was last year, 2021, I think it was. She did this interview with Angie Martinez. Angie Martinez has this podcast, I think it's called In Real Life or IRL or something like that. And you got to learn a little bit more about JT. And it was just something about it that I was like, I like her. I cannot stand Uzi for her. And that's gonna always be an issue, but I like her from what I see here because she's really not that mean spirited, bad attitude ass person. Like she just gave a completely different person in that sit down interview. But then when you see her on social media, she just be on some other stuff. It's like she be searching her name and ready to go off on folks. Like it'd be a lot. But we'll see. Um Not Cardi Gibbs. She calls her black friends monkey behind closed doors. I don't know if she does. She probably whatever they allow, but I know for a fact she called herself monkey. Okay, um, and roach. So yeah. The Angie Martinez interview made me see her. Yes. Okay. So we was there together. Her Twitter antics. Oh, correct. We on the same page. Yes, we on the same page. But if y'all get a chance, check that interview out. I think JT should also do more interviews. That is the thing. I think people need to see her personality more, see how she may have grown or whatever. Answer why she be going off and searching her damn name on Twitter and stuff. She needs to do more interviews while she's out here, popping up, doing these gigs over here, doing there. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But get some interviews in too. That's probably what. Maybe she just needs to be marketable. And I think she probably gonna be needing to change some stuff about herself at some point. You know, I feel like Megan has. I feel like Megan used to get online and go off too, and then at some point she had to chill out. And I think that could have happened when she started getting more Rock Nation or whatever. Cardi be up and down. I like the space Cardi has taken. Cardi did this before though. I think after she had her daughter, or it was after her album dropped. After her album dropped, and I feel like it could have been after she had her daughter. Cardi probably took like a whole year, and she just like really ain't say shit. She really wasn't going off, and now she's back. Or was it? I think that was after her album. Now she's kind of back at that same space where she's just on some. And I like that better. Like, girl, just stay right there. And even her clapbacks to people actually haven't been that bad. She hasn't been going off cussing folks out, doing it. She really ain't been, she's been trying to politely check people. So much so that folks been like, bitch, this is not you over here writing these messages. Okay. This is not you tweeting. Somebody else is tweeting for you. We know you be. um that could work. More interviews, turn her comments off and get off Twitter for a little bit. Yeah. I can see that too. I could see that too. I could see that. I could see her doing some acting. I feel like we probably gonna end up seeing more of Young Miami acting. especially now that 50 Cent has that studio he's putting down in Shreveport. He's already worked with Miami, and I can see him doing more work with her. And I see him doing work with her not because he even said he enjoyed working with her or whatever, but also to spite Diddy. I could see him putting her in more stuff. Ooh, that's a good question. I didn't know that TikTok was done. I thought that they were giving him time to sell the company. Some part of me is like, I don't want TikTok to go away. Yeah, so the bill passed and they have to sell or they have to be banned. So I don't want TikTok to go away because so many people are living because of that app. They're able to live a different life or whatever because of that app. It helps a lot of people out. But at the same time, I don't like the bully tactic that's being taken on that man. And it's like, if I was him, I'd be like, y'all ain't getting access to my company. Do what the hell y'all want to do. Okay, bye. Good luck. So I hate that. And then if he has to sell, I hope if he chooses to sell, not have to sell, if he chooses to sell to somebody here, I hope he's able to choose who the hell he wants to sell it to. Nope, not giving it to your good old boy over there, not giving it to your good old boy over here either. I'm going to pass it right over to you. A regular degular upstart or whoever, somebody that's getting up and started in tech or some shit that has a hunger for it. Don't give it to these rich motherfuckers that already got access to it. And shame on the Senate for doing that to me, because I don't really see a whole lot wrong with it. They be talking about it's a security breach. Girl, we been breached a long time ago. Been breached. Child, we was breached when other folks can come into our land, get a new house, open up a brand new damn business, and you got people that whose family and generations of their families been here slaving away, and they can't even get that. Okay, you make it harder for them. Bitch, we been tapped the hell out and been breached. To get the hell on. But anyway, girl, let me do just that. Get the hell on. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Don't forget to like up the video, support the channel, share the video, all that great stuff. I'm Jami, that's me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me. And I will catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.